It's open.
Yeah, Louis, way to state the obvious. Hey Internet, it's Jessica, and welcome back to the Council, Episode 2, Hide and Seek. So we're going to continue on with our investigation with Elizabeth Adams's murder. And I'm so starting to suspect this guy,
Johann van Wulm.
Yes, this man, because he was creeping outside her room for some reason, and he was like kind of stuttering when he was talking, so let's see if we can get more information. See in here? We told him to go back to his room, so it'd be a little bit weird if he didn't come back.
Hey, a Russian ruble. The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever-obedient servant. So, von Werner had a relationship with Elizabeth. But that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
Was he just was he really interested in her, or was he interested in her because there's something weird going on with her? Even though she just has, like, bipolar disorder, but still.
A table of alchemical symbols.
Or maybe the reason why he's acting suspicious is because he gave that book to her. Their relationship was a secret. He doesn't want anyone to find out about the relationship because they might put the blame on him. Maybe that's why he's acting weird?
Golden elixir.
Okay, the dude is in here so far. Let's see if he has anything weird. Okay, let's talk to him.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible.
For someone who had a relationship with her, you seem so sad. Okay, let's learn about her tattoos before I jump about, the relationship.
Did you see how many tattoos Miss Adams had on her?
Of course. Who wouldn't have noticed?
Yes, but I'm sure that an expert like yourself must have an opinion on the subject.
I do. She was seeking to imprison something inside her. Her own body had become a sort of prison.
She wanted to protect herself. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Elizabeth was a flame. A candle in the night. And like all candles in the night, she was surrounded by darkness, by her demons. Call it what you will. One thing is for sure. She struggled against hell and high water not to let her flame go out.
So that's the thing. It's just like she was like dealing with mental illnesses, and obviously at this time nobody freaking thinks that. They just think you're suppressed by a demon or something. But yeah. So her tattoos were really meant for protection, even the pentagram in her room and everything. Okay. Hey, where were you last night?
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Okay.
Thank you kindly.
Hey, I know you have a relationship.
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication.
What?
Signed by your
Why are you
hands.
lying, dude?
Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful, de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure. And has nothing to do with you.
Well, I don't really care.
Playing the detective as you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
Thanks, dude. Okay, let's see... Was your relationship over?
I get the impression that your romance was over. Am I right?
So? What does it matter to you? I would never have attacked her.
That's not what we're
What
saying.
you're insinuating.
I'm asking you if you're still in
a relationship. You or her?
This guy's jumping to conclusions too much.
It was her. But what does that matter? We both agreed.
Okay. Nature, how long did it last?
Exactly how long had you been seeing her?
I have no reason to answer you.
I see. Is that what you want me to tell Lord Mortimer when he asks what I found out?
It's only been a few weeks.
So they haven't been in a relationship long. This guy keeps avoiding questions about it. So that, again, I'm still suspicious of this guy. Why would you want to hide it? The nature of your... Because I don't think he loved her. Unless he was like obsessed with her. But I'm gonna ask what was the nature of the relationship.
Please, tell me a little more about the nature of your relationship.
That is a personal matter, monsieur.
Yes, that is true. So, tell me.
That's right.
All right. It was passion. That's why we couldn't stay together. It scared her.
So you just wanted her for sex. That's it. I don't know if I should ask this, but just to be, you know, clear for this Let's Play, we'll just ask anyway.
You loved her, didn't you?
That is none of your damn business.
Dude,
Your
just
feelings betray
answer
you,
the
sir.
question.
So what? Yes. I loved her, like a moth loves the flame of a candle. That's why we could never be together.
Because she didn't love him? Okay. Alright. I guess I can leave now.
We finished. Well, I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Okay, interesting. So they were in a relationship together, just don't know why he has to be all shady about it, you know? Napoleon... Oh wait, should I go back to Napoleon's room and ask about the gun? Okay, now we have an option to ask him since I found the pistol.
As any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Oh.
Thank you.
So it's not his. Huh. Okay, so a bandit would carry that. So would that be Peru then? Like, what I'm suspecting? He was just a scapegoat? Because, like, he's the only other guy who would have a gun, honestly. Hey, do you still have your gun?
You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself.
He said no. So either he really doesn't want handed over or he doesn't have it anymore.
I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations. You've wrapped up the investigation.
That doesn't really... Okay, sure. But alright. Keep acting suspicious, dude.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Ah, here's Emily's room. Finally, let's go talk to her. So, we have to remember, she said, or, sorry, Washington said she was with him, the night of the murder. They were just talking over some stuff. So, if I remember correctly, she did say she was gonna wait in our room. If we didn't come by quickly, she would just leave. She has a really nice room. Jesus.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
Yeah.
Tending children at the orphanage in Harlem.
She would like
I
that
find it a little
too.
hard to understand this painting choice.
Because she's an orphan. That's what I found out too, because I ended up playing this game, because I don't remember if I did that in my playthrough, but I did play this game multiple times for my theory video, so I did learn she was an orphan. That's why she's so touched by people who wanted to help the orphan children during the dinner. Okay, let's see what else.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E.
What's the sister's name again?
Yes.
Evelyn?
The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
Yeah, so it's nothing to do with the occult. There's just something else going on. Okay. Because it's true, Louis did not know his mother was coming over here to do something.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least, une partie of it.
Yeah, just part of it. Can't go out there. Okay, Elizabeth's hanging out there. Let me just search her room a little bit more. Okay.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but
I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the king? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Okay. It's true, she does have powerful allies to begin with anyway. Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiment of immigrant royalists to fight against France. Your friend, His Eminence, Giuseppe Piaggi. Okay, well that's interesting.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now.
Really?
Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you until my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
Okay, let me talk to Emily. I think that's it.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
She was stabbed 9 times, dude. I don't want to say that though. I'll just say don't worry.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
He is indeed very upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only natural after such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh, he said it
God,
anyway.
Louis. How awful.
Yep.
The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Let's see. Make her speak about the night of the murder. What is her relationship with Elizabeth? Okay. I know she was hanging out in her room at first, but let me ask her how well she knows Elizabeth.
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her.
She thought she was like a
I feel a
weirdo.
bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
Okay. Ooh, the piece of fabric, that's right. Okay, hang on. Let me talk about, where were you last night?
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person.
Remember,
Just so that I can
Washington said they were
cross-check the
hanging
list of
out.
Suspects. Can you tell me what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Am I given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
We all
Don't
are,
take it the
apparently.
wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me.
That's true, she was in
I
her
know, I know.
room.
Especially since I couldn't prevent the murder, even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least.
So wait, was she just saying that, like, what she did last night was wait in her room, since we never come back she went to bed? So did she not really hang out with Washington? Huh, okay.
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then
It's a woman, probably.
I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
So it's probably the mother?
Are you alright? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emily.
Okay, let's go back and make her speak about the night.
Since your arrival, did you notice anything strange about Elizabeth?
Everything that happened around that poor child was strange. You saw that for yourself.
I know. You're right. I'm looking for leads to try to reduce the number of suspects.
Well, I would say that in addition to ourselves, you could also cross off President Washington. I went to see him during the night.
Okay, so it's true, it's
I had
true.
some business with him, and I can confirm that he didn't leave his room all night.
Okay.
That gives Washington an alibi.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think I have to ask her anything else, right? Okay.
I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
Okay, that's good, because I really don't think, like, Washington would do that, since he's, like, actually close with John Adams, and he actually genuinely didn't know she was dead, so I don't think it was him. That's good. So, can cross off Washington. Emily, I don't think it was her either. Okay, since I didn't ask him this, I kind of want to ask him. It's gonna waste all of my points, but fuck it.
2 days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams. What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're investigator of the year.
I never said
Have you
that.
taken a look at yourself, de Richet?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Huh. Damn it.
Go on. Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
Okay, so I don't have enough things to...
Probably.
But that's kind of suspicious. How defensive he's getting.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
Okay, remind me of the facts we know. I have a culprit. I have clues, but prefer not to accuse anyone. Let me just go with that first.
I'm sorry, my lord, but I don't have any evidence conclusive enough to allow me to name the culprit with certitude.
Really? I see. Well, that's your decision, Louis, and I accept it.
I hope that's not gonna bite me in the ass.
Distinguished guests and the sensitive political issues involved at the conference, I trust you'll leave me to conclude the case in my own way.
Okay.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Yeah. she isn't missing, is she? No, she's in hiding. I don't know, it's one of these. She's missing.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel better either.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing.
See, I told you, he wouldn't be the murderer because he's so
I took it upon
naive.
myself to back him, because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me.
Did my mother sell arms? Why help a captain? Huh. Why help a captain?
Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending?
Once again, I think he's lying. There's something else.
For her to duly take her seat.
Why not?
Sure,
We shall
whatever.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here.
Yeah.
Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
I have no idea, because honestly, I don't even know if I can trust this guy.
If only my mother had trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I am sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
To lure Louis out, I think. Maybe she's wary of something. She might have discovered something. Maybe she lost her mind. Don't think she's crazy. I think she is scared of someone, but I also think she discovered something. I truly do believe that.
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
Okay, enough about her. What of her disappearance? What would you talk about?
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Okay.
My mother must have undoubtedly taken great pleasure in these exchanges. She always was one to appreciate broadening her knowledge. I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean-d'Acre.
Wait, what? Damn it, I don't have any of these, things unlocked. Shit.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her
Yeah.
behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before
What?
Gregory could intervene, she ran off and
That was
disappeared.
his vision.
I beg your pardon? Hang on.
That means my vision of the
Oh,
war
shit.
was actually happening inside the manor.
That
Mother
wasn't-
shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that?
Dude.
Excuse me.
So
But
that
between
wasn't the
that
future.
and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly.
Dude, what the
You
hell
said
is
that
going
you
on
spent
in
a
this
lot of
place?
time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your
Yeah,
mother, Louis.
okay.
I would like to have been more helpful.
No, you helped me out quite a bit.
And follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Holy shit, so that wasn't actually a vision of the future. It was happening when he arrived on the island. He was seeing what was going on in the
The
room.
room was just opposite Mortimer's study.
God. So that means... I thought her name was Evelyn, I'm sorry. Emma is dead then. Damn, how are we gonna tell Emily that?
There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here.
Man with the sword.
How could it be?
The man with the sword.
Be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
I don't think it's sword like as in like literally, you know what I mean? I think metaphorically, at least that's what I believe. Okay, let's see if anything else.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Press square to consult your notes. She says you must find a safer way to communicate. Someone's onto us. Trust the fate in the man with the sword. Okay.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Okay, let's see what's in the mother's room. Oh, it's not
The door
opening?
appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor. I'm gonna need something to help me get the key that fell on the floor. The door was closed from the inside. Would Mother have provided something within reach to recover it?
Damn, I can't even open this. Oh, I can.
So much for discretion.
I guess we're just gonna do this. Hey, yeah, totally did not make a lot of noise.
It's open.
Yeah, Louis, way to state the obvious. Whoa, okay, let's see what's in here.
Great. Honey. St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently.
What?
There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni. Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
Are just all his paintings in this room?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Okay, so this painting over here had the number 11 attached to it. So let me look at it again.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Oh, wait.
That's it.
A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here.
Alright.
What does it say?
Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it.
That's what they were talking about before she shot
awaiting a
her.
reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Behind the youngest apostle, so who would that be?
The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting.
Yeah, of course.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
God damn, these puzzles! They're confusing me. Okay. He doesn't have a beard.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now,
that's why it was taken
just
down.
Need to know how to recover the answer. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all.
Really? What about this one?
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
8 and 4?
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here.
Hey, another one.
A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
It's probably a Lagercore. It's probably a literal? Would it be a literal? But I don't know what the nightmare would mean.
I'm guessing it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Damn it, we're gonna have to do this afterwards then. Okay guys, I'm gonna end this part right here. So, when we found out that the vision that we were seeing in the beginning, the first episode, wasn't exactly the future, it already happened. So she murdered Emma, Emily's sister. She has been looking for her and hasn't heard word from her. So they were hiding something, but we don't know exactly what it is. And talking about going beyond the nightmare, this is where I keep thinking something supernatural is gonna happen, because everything that has been put in place is like on purpose. Even Peru's, at least from my opinion, that he's involved in this, but being used to kill Elizabeth. Maybe to distract everyone else while she does her own thing. Maybe that's why she killed her? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. And if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. Also, subscribe and hit that bell button so you know when I upload the next council episode. And yeah, this is getting interesting. Just the puzzles confused me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That confused me a little bit. But thank you once again to Focus Home Interactive for sending me a game key to play this game. Really enjoying it. I just hope we figure out what the mother is actually doing, because it's like freaking me out. Like, what is she talking about? Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
No, nothing special.
So am I right? This guy's guilty, right? Okay. Don't get any credit they deserve, so today I'll be talking about 5 awesome video game sidekicks. Number 5. Daxter. Jak and Daxter series. Daxter, the